When it comes to speculation for upcoming DLC for NetherRealm games, a common phrase will inevitably enter the discussion. Ed Boon said they won't do repeat DLCs. This phrase is used to argue against the inclusion of characters that had previously been DLC, with Rain being the primary target after his DLC inclusion in MK 2011. The idea seems to be that the team won't sell players the same character twice, either because they feel it would be wrong to do so, or because they don't think most players would want to buy a character twice. But where does this idea come from? When did Ed ever say this? Well, at Gamescom 2014, IGN conducted an interview with Ed about the then upcoming MKX in which he said this.
Rain was a DLC character in MK9, so the only thing I would say to that is his chances would be less likely, and because we want to do as much new stuff as possible in Mortal Kombat X.
One more time?
His chances would be less likely.
Less likely, you say?
Less likely.
But not totally out of the question?
Less likely.
Ah, thank you, Mr. Boon. He never said it wasn't going to happen, just that it was less likely. And I have a few more quotes to back this idea up. In April 2015, less than 2 weeks after MKX released, Ed was asked by a fan on Twitter if the fightable NPCs would become playable. Ed responded with, "You mean like a story pack?" Had such a thing come to fruition, Rain would have joined Sindel, Tanya and Baraka, making for his second DLC appearance. Unless they left him out and added corrupted Shinnok or a cutscene only character instead, but do you really think that would happen? Also, back in August 2018, once Injustice 2's DLC run was over, Ed put out a tweet saying he'd wanted a pack that brought back characters from the first game, listing off Shazam, Martian Manhunter, Batgirl and General Zod, the latter three having been DLC in the first game. If Ed didn't have a problem selling the same character twice for Injustice, why would MK be any different? Especially when fan demand for Rain's return is significantly higher than probably all three of those combined. After all, there seems to be an upcoming Combat League season themed entirely around him, so real or not, it's clear NetherRealm knows the demand. Of course, Ed being Ed, it's entirely possible these tweets were simply shallow teasers. Maybe they were him trying to get a feel for what the fanbase was interested in to inform future DLC plans. Either way, it suggests that such a thing was on the table at some point, and it sets a precedent that repeat DLCs are entirely possible. So next time someone tries to shut down your speculation or list of dream DLCs, show them this video as proof that you may actually be more accurate than they're willing to believe. If you liked this video, why not subscribe and support me on Patreon like these fine people here? If not, then make sure to share it with your enemies so they can suffer along with you. Today's recommended video is Brusque Poet's recent Combat Pack 2 speculation video. That video is what inspired me to make this episode now because he cited the no repeat DLCs thing and he's fucking wrong. It's like saying Baraka should use his Tarkatan features in a fatality and showing one where he does exactly that and not catching it in editing. Stupid.